first time since his UFC 115 victory over Gilbert Yvel. Big Ben is 100% healthy and coming off a great training camp in Milwaukee with head trainer Duke Roufus. His opponent, the Super Samoan Mark Hunt, is coming off a knockout of the night performance against Chris Tuchscherer at UFC 127 and is trained at both American Top Team and Greg Jackson's gym in Albuquerque, New Mexico in preparation for tonight's heavyweight showdown. Time for another heavyweight bout. Big Ben has been battling in MMA for a decade, and tonight, Ben Rothwell plans to beat down the Super Samoan Mark Hunt and earn his second straight UFC win. Two veterans with everything to gain and nothing to lose. Mark Hunt and Ben Rothwell collide tonight in a heavyweight bout that is expected to see both fighters battling tooth and nail for every inch of octagon real estate they can conquer.
I'm going to press the action on Mark Hunt, and he is going to become the hunted.
I'm here to make my mark in the UFC, and I'm not just some guy that's been put in here. I'm here to be a contender for this title.
Former K1 star Mark Hunt may just be the hardest puncher in the heavyweight division, and that's high praise indeed. But if you need more proof, Hunt's knockout of Chris Tuchscherer was the MMA equivalent of a walk-off home run.
Striking is what I love to do, and the plan for me tonight is to knock him out in the octagon.
A 10-year veteran, Ben Rothwell battled it out on the local circuit before getting called to the UFC. And in 2010, he got his long-awaited first win in the organization when he defeated Gilbert Yvel. Injuries have sidelined him since, but tonight, Big Ben is back.
Mark Hunt is going to feel like he's been pulled down into hell and has a demon on top of him, nailing him down and tormenting him. And his only savior tonight is going to be the referee.
Mark the Super Samoan Hunt, former K1 Grand Prix champion, an elite striker in mixed martial arts. The guy has an incredible chin and is very good at setting up punches and kicks. Very crafty, and as we saw in the Chris Tuchscherer fight, is getting much better at utilizing his excellent striking in mixed martial arts. You see there Ricardo Laborio from American Top Team, one of the most respected jiu-jitsu coaches in the world, who's been working with Mark Hunt in preparation for this fight to round out Mark's game. But make no mistake about it, Mark's strength is his kickboxing, which is at an elite level.
I mean, what a pretty, almost walk-away knockout he had against Chris Tuchscherer. And you know, and Joe, we talked about it often. When Mark Hunt first came into MMA, he was thrown right into the deep end because he was so successful as a K1 fighter. He commanded a certain bit of attention, if you will.
Well, he's famous in Japan,
yes.
So when they wanted to put him into mixed martial arts, immediately they threw him to the dogs. But you know what? He was successful. Beat Vanderlei Silva, beat a lot of guys in K1, and beat them brutally. When Mark Hunt wins, he wins in a horrible way.
He brutalized Fedor for about 8 minutes.
Well, he got on top of him and almost had him in a Kimura before he was beaten.
The Super Samoan Mark Hunt. Born in Kenosha, Wisconsin, fighting out of Milwaukee, Big Ben Rothwell. His first fight since June of 2010. He suffered an ACL injury in his fight with Gilbert Ivel, and in that fight and in that victory, he really showcased his very solid ground game.
And I talked to Duke Rufus earlier today about Ben Rothwell, and he said Ben has taken training to another level. He's realized that he has to get in much better shape, you know, and I think a big eye-opening experience to him was the Cain Velasquez fight. He felt that kind of pace that a guy like Cain can put on you, and you look at him physically, he looks better than he's ever looked.
He's been here in Denver for a month, Joe. And basically, Duke said, I went to my teammates, I went to where Ben is staying and cooked a big old Italian dinner on Friday. Ben's in a different place. And remember, for a second there, Ben kind of migrated back towards Kenosha and away from Duke Rufus. But I talked to Ben at length in Milwaukee when we were there for the UFC, and he truly is, and not just physically, but mentally in a very different place now.
Well, you know, Duke Rufus is one of the best Muay Thai trainers for mixed martial arts. Not just a Muay Thai trainer, but a guy who's really spent an incredible amount of time developing techniques specifically for MMA fighters, which is why his team, Anthony Pettis and so many other fighters over there, and Alan Belcher, so successful in MMA, and Ben Rothwell is under his tutelage and in excellent shape for this fight tonight.
Has worked lots of wrestling with the Askren brothers, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu over and over again. He's worked the clinch and his takedowns, which could be a key to the fight here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight is brought to you by Dodge, the official vehicle of the UFC. The Super Samoan, 8 years the elder of Rothwell, who is much larger, just a little heavier, and will have a 6-inch reach advantage. With the introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a striker, holding a professional record, 6 wins, 7 losses. Standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, he weighed in at 261 pounds. Fighting out of Sydney, Australia, Mark Super Samoan Hunt. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 31 wins, 7 losses. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 263 pounds. Fighting out of Kenosha, Wisconsin, Ben Rothwell. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Adam Martinez.
Adam Martinez, our referee. The lovely Shondella Ariani. UFC 135, main event still ahead. Jones and Rampage. Now it's time for the heavyweights again. Rothwell and Hunt.
Let's go to work.
And here we go. Tonight's clock brought to you by Gears of War 3, available now only on Xbox 360. White trunks for the Super Samoan. Big Ben in the red and black trunks. Now the question would simply be for Ben Rothwell, why strike with Mark Hunt when you know that is so overwhelmingly his superior skill set?
And there you see right away, he shoots,
yep.
And Super Samoan gets out of the way. And Mark Hunt, one of the things that Duke Rufus was worried about in this fight is Mark showing one speed and then switching up very quickly, lulling him into a false sense of security, giving him one distance and then changing it very quickly. And that's something that Mark is very good at. He's very good at switching his tempo and lulling guys into his arsenal.
Light heavyweight title on the line tonight on Saturday, October 8th from Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. Bud Light presents UFC 136. Edgar and Maynard for the lightweight championship. Aldo and Florian for the featherweight title. Live on pay-per-view. 9 in the East, 6 in the West. Check your listings internationally. Long jab by Big Ben Rothwell.
And so far, Mark is sticking to punches to try to keep this fight on the feet. He hasn't thrown any of his leg kicks yet. But you look at the size of Mark Hunt's
might
legs.
have the biggest legs in history.
They're ridiculous. I mean, he's 5'10", 265 pounds, and 240 pounds of it is in his legs.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's just got devastating power in those leg kicks as well.
120 in the left, 120 in the right. I hope I did that properly. And Hunt is wisely circling away. Not there, though, and he almost got clipped.
Right hand. He caught him.
He was circling away, and he caught him, though. Came back towards the power of Rothwell. There's the takedown he won.
Very nice takedown by Ben Rothwell.
And right to the full mount.
Very quickly. And this is terrible for Mark Hunt.
he's
He got an underhook, though.
Nicely done, but now knee on
the
chest.
belly. This is Ben Rothwell's world. Mark Hunt is using that underhook, though. The underhook on the left side is very important. If he can keep that underhook on his left side, he can get back up to his feet.
Ben Rothwell, 29 years old, he has 31 career wins, Joe.
Ben is stopping that with his his right leg. With his right leg pinned down the ground, it allows him to hold Mark Hunt into that position and not allow Mark Hunt to get his right knee under him. Look at that, Mark explodes up. Very nicely done by Mark Hunt.
The Super Samoan back up. Let's see if Rothwell looks for another takedown opportunity immediately.
But at least Rothwell got that one takedown, knows he can get it.
And he got it with an explosive shot. And he tried again.
Stuffed this time.
Good sprawl by Mark Hunt. And he did it right up against the fence, too. Used just a little bit of space he had to avoid being taken down.
And again,
now he's going for both legs. Good hips by Hunt.
Well, that has been his #1 problem, is the grappling game. But you see him here with a textbook takedown defense here, but Rothwell's getting that single. He's almost got him down. Hunt struggling. Very nicely done by Mark Hunt. A little bit of blood coming out of his left side of his forehead.
Oh, nice lead. 90 seconds remain here in the first round.
Nice right hand over the top. Hunt connected there.
Hunt has been training in Fort Lauderdale for about a month.
I like how he missed that punch and wound up connecting with an elbow. Now he's on top. He's on top and sliding right into side control. Very nicely done by Mark Hunt.
He trains at American Top Team.
The right underhook is allowing him to get back up. You see that? That's what fighters look for. When you see a guy on the ground, wherever his knees are, wherever he's trying to get up, look for an underhook on that side, and that's going to allow him to stand back up.
He said quite clearly he goes into the octagon to knock the other bloke out.
Oh!
But he's taken down. Right back up, though. Look at the eye of Rothwell.
Yeah, it's bloodied up, and that's from the elbow of Mark Hunt.
Heavy punch by Rothwell here. They're going at it here in the first round, Joe.
This is exhausting, Mike. These two big guys like this. Both of them 260-plus pounds.
Yeah. Over 500 pounds of mixed martial artist battling here a mile high in
Big
Denver.
elbows by Mr. Rothwell here. And he's pinned down Mark Hunt's left arm. He's trying to pin it down. See how he's doing that there? Oh, nice elbow again.
10 seconds now.
Excellent end of the round here for Ben Rothwell. Tell you what, Mike, one of the things that's impressive is Ben Rothwell's conditioning. This is a real tough pace at altitude, and he looks very good.
Good, buddy. Good round. You won that one. Breathe. You're good, son. You're good. Breathe for me.
And there we see, ducks right under the punch, gets that takedown. And there's the elbow that cut him in the forehead. And now we see Mark Hunt. Look at that. He knew he was going to miss the punch, but changed in mid-flight and turned it into an elbow. Shows his versatility. He got on top. He got side control. He did a bit of damage of his own.
Ben, every time you cross body, you underhook that arm.
Get the underhook. Establish the position. Don't rush to the submission, okay? Ride that weight. Get the jab going. He's going to come out big with the right hand again. Okay? Use the clinch, too. Just time up on the cage, okay?
Ben, same game.
Duke Rufus.
Ben,
His Rufus Sport team is turning out to be one of the most dominant teams in mixed martial arts today, and he's done it slowly. He's done it the right way. Of course, Duke Rufus, former K1 champion and a standout who really has embraced the MMA game and training young fighters. As Rothwell is putting on display tonight, going to look for the big right again, Duke Rufus said of Mark Hunt. And there's a lead left hook. Not quite moving around like he did at the start of the fight. Stuffed very easily. It's a pretty good gash on that right eye. Big uppercut by Big Ben.
And he's looking for, and Hunt was looking for a big opening there as well. He's taking some big deep breaths, Mike. There's that leg kick.
Heavy, heavy leg kick that buckles the knee.
Yeah, that was his first one. And it was devastating. If Hunt throws more of those, it will help him set up all his other shots, but he's got to worry about being taken down when he does that. Hunt's looking for his openings here. He's taking some big, deep breaths, Mike, and considering this is the only... Oh, there it is again. Man, there's some power in those kicks. Those are some oak tree legs.
Again, they battle.
Rothwell's pressing forward, sliding past these punches, and he ducks under. He's trying to get the takedown. He's got his hands clasped together. No, he does not. He's trying to pull him apart.
Wide stance, he gives up on it.
Yep.
And look, the escapes, and he was able to get up before. Big swing and a
Big
miss, but an uppercut.
though.
And now it's
Hunt on top.
the Super Samoan in top position again.
He's trying to move into side control. He's got to get past that knee, and he does.
He's got a man, Joe and Rothwell, who's battling the altitude here in Denver.
Yeah, but Rothwell did a real good job of getting it right back to guard. And it was all about that left knee. Couldn't get past that left knee.
Trains his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Rickson Gracie black belt Luis Claudio.
I'll tell you what, when a guy's got the kind of power that Mark Hunt does, that kind of perfect technique, he can generate tremendous power from real short distances. His ground and pound is devastating, and he can do it from inside of his guard. Ben Rothwell's trying to set up an armbar, Mike. He's got a left butterfly hook, and the right arm, or the right leg is going over the top. If he can get his left leg free, I believe he was thinking about attacking the right arm. Right now, he's just holding on. He's exhausted.
Midway point of this fight, he certainly is.
There's a big shot.
That's a big Super Samoan on top of him, too.
And again, when you see the kind of power that he can generate just from real short distances, it's very deceptive. All right, now full guard by Rothwell. Now let's see what kind of offensive guard Ben has. We saw Sean McCorkle tap Mark Hunt in his UFC debut with a Kimura, but you know that was early in the fight, and Ben Rothwell exhausted right now. He's eating some elbows.
You hear Duke Rufus, come on, Ben, fight through it here.
Okay, now he's got his left arm trapped across his face, and he's pounding on him here. Mark Hunt should just pull out of this, Mike. There's no reason to stay here and risk getting armbarred. Just get out of there. Oh, but look at this.
Right to side control.
And elbows.
This position he is happy to stay in.
Duke Rufus is screaming for Ben Rothwell to get up and get back into it, but I just think he's exhausted, Mike. He's not doing anything. He's got to explode. This is do or die right now for Rothwell. He's got to get out of this position.
And Hunt looks in very good condition.
Look at that, knee to the belly.
Could be the end right here.
And that's like 4 normal knees. Big scramble, Hunt winds up on top. Hunt is absolutely improved in his grappling, Mike.
American top team will do that for you.
Yeah, he's doing a great job here of controlling Ben and forcing him to eat those uppercuts. Ben's gonna try to trap that right arm and roll under.
He's trained at ATT for a long time, went out a month early.
Oh!
30-hour flight from Australia to Fort Lauderdale. 30 seconds.
Full mounts, look at this.
Here on the clock, second round. Hunt looking to finish Big Ben Rothwell.
He's on top of him, he's gonna take an arm. He's gonna take that left arm, grab it, it's right there. Underhook with the left, step
there
over. Oh, look at this, Mark Hunt.
Can he
submit? For an armbar.
Big Ben Rothwell.
He's gotta pry that hand loose.
10 seconds on the clock.
He's gotta dig under, yes. He's gotta dig under and extend.
Final seconds of the round.
Right leg across the face. He's gotta get his right leg across the face, not under the chin like that.
And Rothwell survives.
Wow.
Just barely.
And Rothwell is absolutely drained. Duke Rufus just ran over to him and picked him up. Look at this. What he needed to do, Mike, was put his right leg across the face, not have it under the armpit of the right arm of Ben Rothwell like that, although you can finish it like that if you're elite. But he needed to learn how to separate those arms better. He landed some hammer fist though, but Ben Rothwell was just hanging on for dear life. And look at this, this is the end of the round. Duke Roufus runs across the cage and carries him. And Rothwell plops down. He needed assistance to walk.
1, 2, fucking clinch, hit that takedown. Come on, this is where we dig deep. Let's go, breathe. Come on, you can do this, let's go.
You have to be on top of that.
This is where it gets really dangerous, Mike,
Ben.
because this round starts standing.
Let's go.
You gotta be on top.
This round starts standing, and Mark Hunt is chomping at the bit. He's already in the center of the cage. He got pushed back by the referee. He smells blood. He smells blood, and Ben Rothwell can't even stand up. The referee's coming over to talk to him, ask him if he's okay.
You ready? You ready? Last round.
Third and final round. Big Ben is gassed.
He's gassed, but he's a warrior, and he's going to come swinging. If he goes out, it's going to be on his shield.
Uh-oh. Oh, huge, heavy uppercut by the K1 star.
Sprawl, and that takes a lot of energy, and he ate a right hand. He's in trouble, he's in trouble.
Hunt looking for the finish here.
He's totally chicken-legged here.
Just
Mark
pure
pushes him up.
guts.
Oh, spinning elbow.
Shown by Ben Rothwell to try to survive. Big Ben now. So hard to control him when you're exhausted.
And he's on top in full guard. And Ben holding on here for dear life. He is just so exhausted, Mike.
Rothwell with a good round one, Hunt with a dominant second round.
If I was Mark Hunt, I would get out of this. Well, you know, why be on top of him? Why give him a chance to recover? Why give him a chance to hang on when he's almost defenseless standing? I mean, he can land some good shots here, but I'm sure Mark Hunt is tired too. But in my opinion, the right strategy is to get out of this. Stand up, get out of this guard.
Yeah, look at the big heavy breaths by Hunt now too, though, Joe.
Yeah, but you know what? He's on top at least. He's forcing.
Yeah, there you go. He came out looking to finish this fight.
Hunt's exhausted too. This is going to get very interesting. But look how wobbly Ben Rothwell is. Charging forward like a zombie with blood flying out of his face.
But now you can see visibly that Mark Hunt starting to wear down as well.
Yeah, but Mark Hunt's still capable of exploding, and I don't think Ben Rothwell is anymore. See, look how ponderous his takedown attempts are. I mean, he is zombie-like the way he's moving forward. I believe Hunt still has enough gas to explode. There's a nice uppercut by Hunt.
He may look for another walk-away knockout here.
Hips, he escapes, back up to his feet, escapes again, he's on top. Both guys are exhausted, absolutely exhausted.
A battle of two men who both weigh near the UFC heavyweight limit of 265.
Hunt should consider knees to the body from this position.
If he's got the energy, right?
Oh! Huge right hand, and look at him walk away.
There's he's looking for the walk-away knockout again.
He clipped him with an uppercut.
Roufus telling Rothwell to finish this takedown.
Hunt's trying to push him down.
If Rothwell were to be able to pull something off here in the third, that would be some story.
It's incredible how tired Ben Rothwell is. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a guy this tired in the octagon before.
That is one big Super Samoan. He's been battling now for 13 minutes.
Mark Hunt can stop this fight. If he can muster up enough energy to continuously punch Ben Rothwell in the face, he can stop this fight. Because I don't think Ben is capable of defending himself. Mark's going to pin down the right hand, and this could be it. This could be it right here.
He got it free, the left arm. Adam Martinez telling him to keep working, or they'll stand it again.
You can't stand a guy up from side control like this. That's ridiculous.
Oh, big hammer fist. And again.
In my opinion, you should never stand a guy up from a dominant position, and that's what this is. He worked hard to get here, and he's working. How about some knees to the body here by Mr. Hunt? And Ben Rothwell trying to get his legs in a position to move full guard, but this is like everything's going in slow motion.
70 seconds on the clock.
What is that, referee? You don't stand a guy up from a dominant position. That's just stupid. The guys are tired. They're trying.
The corner of Mark Hunt saying 1 minute, 1 minute. remains in this fight. Uppercut again. What a great show of guts and courage by Big Ben.
This is
absolutely exhausted.
incredible.
Hands on the knee.
Head
Big
kick.
kick. The crowd senses the finish.
And again, Mark Hunt tries to take Rothwell down, but Rothwell sprawls and winds up on top.
Not a bad spot, Joe. Does he have the energy to do anything, though?
He's looking for a submission. Does Rothwell have the energy?
Can he crank on the neck and pull this fight out? It would be an amazing victory. 15 seconds.
I don't think he has the arm strength. He's spinning to the back.
10 seconds.
Full mount.
Final seconds of this fight.
Samoans in half guard. Oh!
And they go the distance.
What a fight. Wow.
Just did not have, as Joe said, the arm strength to lock in that choke. And there's seconds remaining in this battle.
Ricardo Laborio had to go and pick up Mark Hunt. He's absolutely exhausted as well.
Sit down. I'm fucking proud of you.
Fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go.
Look at this. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a broken nose. And there's a right on the jaw, and Rothwell was already exhausted at this point, and Mark Hunt was sort of convinced that he was going to be able to stop him with that punch, but Rothwell just ate it and pressed forward. And here, Hunt had a chance. He was inside control, was dropping bombs on him, but neither guy had the energy. That was a grueling, grueling fight.
Ice pack. Don't worry about it. It's all right. You fought your nuts off. You didn't fucking get stopped. Now it's harder. Thanks. It's all right. No shame in your game. There you go. Breathe. That's the way you're supposed to fight. That's your job.
Duke Rufus talking to Ben Rothwell. Showed a lot of courage in going the distance when he was clearly exhausted. As is the man he just battled for 15 minutes.
Put your hand on him.
The Super Samoan Mark Hunt. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score this contest 29-28, 29-27, and 30-27. For the winner, by unanimous decision, Mark Super Samoan Hunt.
Second straight for Hunt. Here's Joe.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Mark Hunt. Mark, that was one of the most grueling heavyweight fights I've seen in a long time. You hit that guy with some tremendous shots. Were you surprised that he was still there at the end?
Yeah, look, I knew he was tough. Can I just say, I want to thank my Heavenly Father for giving me the strength to be here. And to my wife and my kids, Australia and New Zealand, I love you guys so much.
One of the things you showed, Mark, in this fight is improved grappling. You had some great takedown defense. You got on top of him a few times. Is that something you've really been concentrating on and rounding off your game?
Thanks to the Wolfslayer guys, or the lads at Wolfslayer, Muscle Farm, and Master Laborio from ATT. What's up, ATT?
Listen, I know you're tired. Congratulations, it's a big victory for you. Can't wait to see you again. Mark Hunt, ladies and gentlemen.
The Super Samoan Mark Hunt earns another UFC victory here tonight